Welcome back. Our 25 Sports Prep Rally Team of the Week, the Farmington Farmers. They're 5-0 after a 40-0 win over previously undefeated Elmwood Brimfield. The Farmers are ranked number 2 in the state. We're joined by Farmington head coach Toby Vallis. And Toby, the game of the week, a lot of build-up last week. And boy, offensively, defensively, your team played really well.
Yeah, I think it was definitely the most complete game we've put together, and I'm happy to see it came at the right time. So.
You had high hopes for this team at the beginning of the season. You had a lot of players back. You got a lot of athletes. This is a pretty special group.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this is a group that's really put in the work. They set their goals. All our teams kind of set their own goals for what they want to do, and these guys set some lofty ones when they were youngsters, and I've been holding them to the fire to back it up.
You've got a passing game that is probably elite for small schools. It's pretty good for any level. I mean, a quarterback, receivers all over the place. I mean, that makes it really tough to contend with, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I think the main thing is that we have so many weapons out there, and that's more credit to their parents and their genetics. But anybody that catches the ball for us can take it to the house, and that makes a pretty special group.
You still have 4 weeks to go. You've clinched a playoff spot. You got a big game versus Macomb, a big kind of conference title type game. Well, first of all, what's the key versus Macomb?
They're a lot more multiple. They do a lot more things than what we saw last week. You kind of know what Elmwood's going to do. They just, can you stop us? But these guys are going to make us line up differently, defend different things. They're going to try to get us in space. So it's a completely different challenge.
You've done a really good job of firing up the town for football. You got a lot of players out, a lot of enthusiasm. That's a big key, isn't it, to get the athletes out at a small school?
Yeah, and I mean, that's one thing I think that if anybody asks what's been the key to our success is everybody plays. And I think when everybody plays football, you got a lot of athletes at your disposal. I mean, everybody thinks, oh, I've got everybody out that I want, but we've had kids come out of the woodwork that I thought there's no way they're going to be able to play. And, next thing you know, you got Jaden Rutledge with a full scholarship someplace. So, you know.
Macomb will come to town state ranked, but you're number 2 in the state in 2A. Do you even address that with the young men?
Yeah, I mean, we addressed it. We said it doesn't really matter. I mean, all that really does is put a target on you now. And, we know what people say about our team. Hey, they're very good, but they haven't beat the blue bloods out there. We know we got to knock one of them off, or we're just another team. So until we prove that, there's still a lot for us to do.
But you like this team. You think they can knock off some blue bloods?
I think they can knock off anybody they want to knock off if they're focused.
All right. Let's meet 4 of your seniors right now. We're joined by 4 terrific seniors on this Farmington team. I'm going to start with Jared right here. And Jared Hauser. Jared, this team has a bunch of seniors and special seniors, don't you? I mean, you guys have played a lot of football together and have kind of grown up winning.
Yeah, I'd say, ever since, 7th grade when they introduced the JFL stuff and we got to the championship there, that was a pretty special moment for us, and I think we've just continued to grow from there as a class.
Carter, how good is this team right now? 40-0 the other week, I think really woke up some eyes. How good is this team right now? How good can you be?
Yeah, we're on a roll right now, and I think as long as we're focused and we put the work in, we can keep it exceeding.
Caden, one of the big guys, and boy, you guys were physical last week against Elmwood Brimfield. You gave Lane time to throw. You throw a shutout on defense. I mean, it's more than just people watch Farmington, they see the passing and all the pretty stuff, but you guys are awfully physical too, aren't you? That's a key, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we have to give time to our quarterback and just block, just do our job.
Lane Wheelwright, the quarterback, one of our athletes of the week this week. Lane, when you take over on offense, I mean, it's kind of video game-like, isn't it? I mean, you have so many weapons. I mean, describe what it's like when you're kind of going back to pass and you're kind of surveying the field.
So when you got 4 solid guys, anyone you can throw to, you're really not just looking towards one guy, and you can trust your teammates and just throw it to anyone and trust that they're going to make the play for you.
I mean, you feel kind of unstoppable in that sense? I mean, there's guys getting open, and you got a quarterback that can get you the ball. Do you feel kind of unstoppable?
I would say that, any play I know could go for a touchdown, with any of our guys. So it's not just like you have specific plays for specific guys. It's anyone could do it, really. So it's a good feeling.
Carter, how big are the goals? Did you guys talk about the November? Did you talk about making a long run?
We try to focus on the next week so that we win. And
that'll come November, huh?
Yeah.
But Caden, I mean, you have a chance to be one of the greatest Farmington teams ever. I mean, don't you feel all that potential's out there?
Oh, yeah. I mean, through the team and everybody, just working hard and just bringing it forth at practice and putting it through on Friday.
Lane, do you talk about that? I mean, the coach kind of mentioned that, Farmington's got the reputation of being great in the regular season and kind of going away in the playoffs. Did you talk about making a run?
You know, sometimes here and there I talk about it, but I try not to let it get to my head, and try not to get complacent and just keep moving forward for every week, and then just getting better and preparing yourself for November.
Hey, the Farmington Farmers home versus Macomb Friday should be a great game. We'll see some of these guys up next when we show off the plays and players of the week on 25 Sports Prep Rally.